In this video, I'm going to explain how you can use some of the quick tools to provide feedback in Elluminate and how to use the chat window. So you're logged in, you've set up your microphone and speakers. There's a few things that you should be aware of. One is you have a participants window right here which shows you all of the participants in the room. If there's a lot of participants, you can scroll up and down. If you are asked to give a quick response to a question, like perhaps the person who's speaking says, "Hey, can you hear me on the microphone here?" There are these quick buttons down here that you can press. So a smiley face is going to flash for a little bit and then it will stop on its own. You can also give someone applause. And these are handy because when you're presenting in an Elluminate room like this, you're not able to look people in the eye and see if they're connecting with you. So if as a participant you're able to give quick feedback like that, it helps the person who's speaking quite a bit to feel like they're actually talking to someone. If you get asked, does this point make sense? You can always, if it doesn't, give a thumbs down, or if you're confused, you can give a little confused click like that. Sometimes people will ask you yes/no questions, and so you can give a check mark for yes, an X for no. I don't know if you've noticed, as I've been pushing these, they're showing up beside my name so that you can see in the room other people's responses as well. If you want the X or the check to go away, you actually have to click them again, unlike the tools over here. In my previous video, I talked about if you want to raise your hand, you click on the hand button here, whoops, and when you do that, a number shows up in the hand column next to your name. And then you can put it down again. If you have to go away from the room for whatever reason, you have to answer the phone or whatever, there's this button over here with the door on it which says step away from the session. So if you look at my name up here in the participant window, when I click on this, it goes italicized, and I think for other participants it shows up as being gray. So this lets everybody know that yes, I'm in the session, but I had to step away for a bit, so don't wait for me to give you a response because I've had to step away. When you press that, you can still hear everything that's going on and you can still see everything that's going on. It just lets people know that you're unavailable to respond. And then when you come back, you can just click it again. Now up in the participants window, we saw the hand column and the check column and so on. These other ones here, that shows who's talking on the microphone. So if I turn on my mic right now, which I do by pressing the button down here, you'll see now that it's showing up as yellow in behind. So that indicates that I'm the person who's talking. I'm going to turn it off now. If someone's using the whiteboard, so that's this area over here, you'll notice that this part right here showed up yellow. So I'll do it again. If I'm active on the whiteboard, this is going to show up as yellow up here. This one right here is the chat window. Whoops, right there. And that's what we've got down here. Here's the chat window. What you can do is, sometimes it's not appropriate for everyone to be going on the microphone to speak, so you might want to just type in a quick message in the chat window. So you type it in here, and then right now I've got it to send to this room. So that means this hi there that I posted is being visible to everybody. If I want to just select one person to send it to, I can either choose the drop down here and choose, I'll send it to the moderator, say. And when I press send this time, it's going to show up in blue to indicate that it's only going to a certain person. So it says me to Claire Thompson, the moderator. You can also choose specific people by just selecting them up in the participant window. So I go send to selected participants, and then whoever I've got highlighted up here is going to receive the message. So one thing you want to be aware of is sometimes you may have selected to just speak to one person, and then later you mean to send it to the whole room, but it doesn't necessarily. Just notice the color of what's showing up, and that will tell you whether it's going to the whole room. It'll be black. Specific people, it'll be blue. Alrighty. Another thing to point out is down here you can see the eye. That means that this session is supervised. In other words, the moderators can see all of the messages that are being sent back and forth. So just be aware of that. If you see the eye, it means that the moderators can see all your messages, even if you're just directing them to a single person. The last thing that I wanted to point out is that you can change the format of what the room looks like. So if you go up to your top menu and choose View, you've got Layouts. Right now I'm on the default layout. I could choose the wide layout, which looks like this. Sometimes that's handy if there's a lot of chat going on in this column. And there's a couple of other layouts as well. So the tall layout looks like this. So just choose whatever works best for you in the session that you're in. And those are some basics for using and participating in an Elluminate Live webinar. Thanks for listening.